The head of the table doesn't ask for loyalty. He commands it. And right now, behind closed doors, deep in the shadows of WWE's most dangerous power struggle, Roman Reigns is doing something the Usos never saw coming. And by the time Jimmy and Jay figure it out, it will already be too late. If this is your first time joining us, I encourage you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to always get updates. Because what we're about to break down tonight is going to shake the entire foundation of the Bloodline story as you know it. Roman Reigns is not rebuilding the Bloodline with the Usos. He is building something around them. Something they have no knowledge of. Something far more dangerous. And the war? It has already started. Let's go back to WrestleMania 42. Roman Reigns steps out of the shadow of his absence, pins CM Punk clean in the center of the ring, and reclaims the World Heavyweight Championship. The arena erupts. The Tribal Chief is back. But pay close attention to what happened in the days that followed, because most fans missed it entirely. Roman didn't rush back to the Usos. He didn't pick up the phone and celebrate. He waited. He watched. He observed how Jimmy and Jay moved without him. And what Roman Reigns saw told him everything he needed to know. The Usos had grown comfortable operating outside of his shadow. They had developed their own identities, their own loyalties, their own crowd. And Roman Reigns, the most calculating man in the history of this business, recognized that as a threat. Now here's where it gets deeply uncomfortable. On the Raw after WrestleMania, Roman approached his cousins not as a ruler demanding submission, but as a partner offering a seat at the table. He told them he didn't want them to serve him. He wanted to rule with them. And on the surface, it looked like a beautiful family reunion. Fans bought it. Commentators praised it. But backstage insiders have been whispering about what that moment truly meant. Roman wasn't showing vulnerability. He was doing reconnaissance. He was testing the Usos to see just how much they still needed him. And guess what? The answer he found wasn't the one he wanted. How many times has Roman Reigns held the World Heavyweight Championship across all title reigns combined? Drop your answer below. Let's see who really knows their bloodline history. Because here is what WWE cameras haven't shown you. Since reclaiming that title, Roman Reigns has been seen in quiet, calculated conversations with superstars who are not Uso family members. Superstars who have unfinished business. Superstars who have been overlooked, disrespected, and hungry for power. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, a man who showed the entire world that Roman Reigns can be pushed to his absolute physical limit. At Backlash 2026, Fatu was dominant. He nearly ripped that championship right out of Roman's hands. Roman only survived through a referee distraction and an exposed turnbuckle. But here's the detail that nobody is talking about. After that match, Roman didn't destroy Jacob Fatu's reputation. He didn't come out on Raw to bury him. He let the footage speak for itself. He let the world watch Jacob Fatu be the most terrifying force in that building. Why would the head of the table allow that? Why would the most ego-driven champion in WWE history allow a challenger to look that dominant in defeat and say absolutely nothing? Because Roman Reigns doesn't waste assets. He weaponizes them. Sources close to the situation have indicated that Roman's next move is not going to look like anything we've seen from him before. The original Bloodline was about submission. Acknowledge me or suffer the consequences. The new structure Roman is constructing operates on a completely different currency, mutual benefit. Roman isn't looking for people who will bow to him. He's looking for people who need him, people who have something to gain from aligning with the head of the table. And that list of potential soldiers is growing longer by the week. Think about the roster dynamics right now. Solo Sikoa's faction of former Bloodline members is still lurking on SmackDown, displaced and desperate for relevance. The MFDs, Solo's version of the Bloodline, have failed to recapture the terrifying energy they once had. They need direction. They need a figurehead. Now ask yourself, what if Roman Reigns has already been whispering in Solo's ear? What if this entire family feud that's playing out publicly is nothing more than a carefully staged performance, while privately the two of them are mapping out a global takeover? Roman has pulled this kind of manipulation before. He weaponized Jimmy against Jay. He orchestrated Sami Zayn's emotional rise and fall within the Bloodline. Roman Reigns is not just a wrestler. He is a chess player. And right now he is 3 moves ahead of everyone in that locker room, including his own cousins. Let's talk about the Usos specifically. Jimmy and Jay have been riding the wave of fan goodwill for the better part of 2 years. Jay Uso became a legitimate main event star. He won the Intercontinental Championship. He connected with the crowd in a way that transcended storylines. And that is exactly the problem for Roman. Because in WWE, when a secondary star starts pulling main event reactions, the top dog always takes notice. Roman watched Jay's popularity explode. He watched the crowd chant Yeet and treat Jey Uso like the future of this company. And rather than celebrate that, Roman Reigns saw the writing on the wall. Jey Uso could eventually challenge him, not just as a storyline, but as a genuine top star capable of taking that championship. So what does Roman do? He pulls Jey close. He puts the Usos under the umbrella of the first family. He keeps his potential rivals exactly where he can watch them, right beside him. At which pay-per-view event did Jey Uso first attempt to pin Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship in a one-on-one match? Drop your answer in the comments right now. And while the Usos are standing next to Roman waving his flag in public, the backstage reality paints a very different picture. Roman Reigns is already holding private conversations about the next chapter. People inside WWE Creative have noted that Roman's reduced schedule actually works in his strategic favor. Every single appearance he makes carries maximum impact. Every word he says is magnified. And every alliance he's building quietly is shielded by the fact that he isn't on television every single week for fans and cameras to pick apart. He makes his moves. He disappears. And the pieces fall into place before anyone can react. Now let's talk about what this new army might actually look like when it reveals itself. Roman needs an enforcer, someone who operates with zero mercy and maximum destruction. Jacob Fatu fits that description perfectly. Despite their on-screen conflict, everything about Roman's behavior after Backlash suggests he respects Fatu in a way he has never publicly respected another human being in this industry. Roman needed that exposed turnbuckle to beat Fatu. That is not a small detail. That is Roman Reigns privately acknowledging that he cannot simply overpower this man. So you either destroy what you cannot control, or you absorb it into your power structure. And Roman Reigns has never been the type to destroy an asset when he can use it. Roman also needs political cover, someone with corporate credibility who can speak to management, who can navigate the backstage power structure, who can protect the army from the top down. And whether or not Paul Heyman ultimately returns to his side remains one of the most explosive open questions in WWE right now. Heyman's betrayal cut deep, but Heyman's value is undeniable, and Roman Reigns is ruthlessly pragmatic. If Heyman comes back to him with something to offer, Roman will take that deal. Because the head of the table does not let personal feelings interfere with business. He never has. Here is the most unsettling part of everything we are breaking down tonight. The Usos, Jimmy and Jey, are walking around Raw right now believing they are Roman's equals. They think this is a partnership. They think the head of the table has genuinely evolved. But history tells us something very different. Roman Reigns has never actually shared power. Not once. Not with Jey. Not with Jimmy. Not with Solo. Every single time someone got close to the throne, Roman eventually reminded them who built it. And this time will be no different. The only question is which one of the Usos betrays the other first, or whether Roman Reigns orchestrates both of their downfalls simultaneously. Because that is the most Roman Reigns move imaginable. Don't turn on one USO. Turn them on each other. Let the family implode from within while Roman Reigns stands on top of the rubble with a new army already assembled and ready to conquer. The war hasn't been announced. It hasn't been teased on a promotional graphic. There's been no dramatic music stinger to let you know it's coming. But make no mistake about what is happening right now in WWE. Roman Reigns is building something. Something secret. Something massive. Something that the Usos will not see until it is standing directly in front of them. And when that curtain finally drops, the entire landscape of Monday Night Raw will never look the same again. The head of the table never left. He was just choosing his soldiers. And now, the army is almost ready. Stay locked into Backstage Wrestling News, because when this explodes, you are going to want to have seen this video first.